What
No, he's not.
are you talking about?
No, he isn't.
I'm completely organized, alright? See, I got my stream up and
stream is
everything.
already running.
Yeah, because you have an intro. I don't!
Aww. You poor thing.
Oh, I can use Final Fantasy ones?
Oh, what a little baby!
Now, you do have your intro, though. Your whole little thing that you say whenever you start.
Yeah,
your
I don't have an
stream.
intro song is what I'm saying. I just start the stream.
Ah, okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit fancy now. I'm sorry.
Fuck it, this is cancel up to me. Whatever. I'm gonna start this. This not like a camera or anything. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the DegenerateCast. We are just 5 people chilling, talking, shooting the shit, and having a good fucking time. And what the fuck?
Alright,
I think he died.
No, I was gonna say he just needs to release. That's all he needs to do.
What the fuck?
Friend, what the fuck? Anyways.
Okay. Of course,
Wow.
as usual. What?
Just wow.
Fuck off, Becky. As usual, we...
Shut your face.
Whatever.
As
usual, let me do my fucking intro. As usual, we have your 5 lovely hosts here for this evening. I am Alexander. This is Una Silverstone.
Hey.
This is Mr. Spaghetti.
Hoi hoi.
This is Shinanashi, the bastard.
Shut your face and sup, bitches.
And this is the cunt known as Miss Violet Blossom.
Cheers!
Damn. You go cunt.
Yeah, because I'm not...
later, don't worry. I mean,
I love how the people in my chat are just like
Violet, this is Twitch.
NMD
Chill.
like lurk. Nanny, what I do? What I do?
No, I'm saying
Hold on,
Violet,
go-
chill. This is Twitch.
later.
Oh, okay. I love how someone's just like, shh, gotta be more silent if I'm lurking. And then he goes, lol. Mate, if you're lurking, like, Nanny? I am the only one that thinks Violet is quiet. Oh, I'll turn up a bit then. Violet, speak for me, darling. Oh yeah, you were quiet. There we go.
Anyways, this cast today, we have only just a few little game topics to talk about. And today,
Things are gonna get personal.
we're getting personal.
Ah.
Ooh, I'm ready for this
Oh
one.
boy. Stop, it has been a while though.
Die.
Oh, please don't die.
Of course, though, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the usual
No,
game
don't
topics.
Don't jump!
Do a flip!
I'm leaving.
No! She left! She actually left! Oh, she's
You
back.
think I'm not gonna quote Futurama here?
So, boyfriend applications are open, I guess. It seems like he doesn't want me anymore.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm used to this shit. I'm used to getting rejected.
Wow! Wow!
Look, I'm used to getting
You know
dumped
what's
anyway,
really great?
so.
I'm wearing a wireless headset. I can just walk away this time. And take it with me, kinda.
Mm-hmm. Again,
Mhm.
when it comes to the fact of it is, I'm used to getting dumped, so it's whatever.
Oh, darling. Shut your face.
I'm used to getting cheated on, but that's a different story.
Hey, I don't do that.
I know. I didn't
Alright,
say you did. Well,
Alright, we're getting a bit too personal already, guys.
All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the topics we have today. Let me just go ahead and start off this by saying, Pokemon.
fuck off.
You fucking kidding? Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know anything
Nintendo,
about
what the
Pokemon
fuck?
right now. I don't keep track of Pokemon. The only thing I know about Pokemon was I got Sword a while back on my Switch. My Switch is currently at my best friend's house. I need to retrieve that shit.
Well, I will tell you because you weren't here for last week, Becky. Pokemon
Yeah.
Snap. There was a new Pokemon Snap revealed.
I've never played Pokemon Snap.
Heretic!
No, I just
No,
never. I
no,
was
it's
never
not.
able to.
That's not heresy. Not yet.
I was
Not
just,
yet.
no, I was never able to. I wasn't allowed to.
Well, then maybe you'll have a
kid.
chance to play this one. It's an all new one for this case. So, but that's not the one we're talking about here. Pokemon went ahead and had another Pokemon Present this week, and they announced a game known as Pokemon Unite, a League of Legends style Pokemon game.
A MOBA. It's just called a MOBA. It doesn't always have to be League of Legends.
Okay,
but
sorry, a MOBA Pokemon game.
I'm really sad that they've done that because no.
Yeah.
I
same.
mean, I could go ahead and just try and find all the hate comments, but I'm not gonna do that right now.
Yeah, no, we don't want that toxicity. No.
I've
I
heard
think-
enough of
No.
toxicity
I'm just
for
gonna
1 week.
continue to drink my alcohol.
You know, I fucking know.
I have alcohol next to me as well.
But the thing is that I'm more like triggered about it because it's like you could have just announced this last week. You didn't have to wait a whole entire week to announce this.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a MOBA. It's like, I'm over here.
For
I'm
11,
gonna
and
remake-
it's like
no,
this
no,
for the full on 11 minutes. It's just that.
It's like, no, it's not even that. For me, it's just like, so I've been bamboozled. Where the fuck is my Diamond and Pearl remake? Hello?
Who the fuck said that?
I know, right?
Everyone is wanting one.
Well-
I'm one of them.
Well,
I wouldn't mind it. I would actually enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. What I really am questioning is why a MOBA?
mm,
We're asking the same.
That's a peculiar one, nonetheless. I need to put my glasses on. I'm
they're
colorblind right now.
trying to compel to everything now.
We're trying to appeal to everything.
They're trying
Next thing
to
you-
do a League of
next
Legends
thing you-
themselves 'cause
next
they
thing
made
you-
a fucking shooter game.
Next thing you
Yeah.
know, they're gonna pull out the Pokemon Battle Royale, and it's just gonna go downhill from there.
Because we have the Pokemon actual games, Rumble, now fucking MOBA, mobile games. Like, hey Nintendo, chill your titties. Just
Hey,
give us
It's
Diamond
not
and Pearl
no, it's
remake,
not
we'll be
it's not
happy.
even
Yeah.
Nintendo. It's just
I have
Pokemon in general.
15-year-old Banch Scotch whiskey. Oh, that sounds nice. I've just got a bottle of Kraken.
Anyways,
Sorry, someone mentioned alcohol, and you mentioned alcohol. Then they mentioned alcohol. Now I'm mentioning
it's funny.
alcohol.
It's funny in hearing that because I would usually, if anything has to go with alcohol, I'm more pointing fingers at Spag and Yuna, but both of them have stopped drinking.
I have
It's sad because I was supposed
black
to have a
spiced
drink with somebody
rum,
today.
but it's not even been opened. So.
Yeah, but they're both fat, so they need to lose weight.
And alcohol is the biggest weight gain.
I mean, look at
So they
Spag.
should.
Look at Spag. It's a big example for him.
Yeah, he
Okay,
likes his alcohol.
question.
I don't drink
When
clear
did this-
liquids. That's my problem. If I just drank vodka, I'd be fine.
Okay.
When did question? When did this stream become into
Actually,
a fucking
it's not
bully
really
session?
the alcohol. It's
I
the
don't
coke that goes
know.
along
It's
it.
not a bully session. I have no idea what you guys are talking
You
about.
literally just called Yuna and Spag fucking fat.
I am
yes, I
fat.
did.
See, it's not bullying.
You know.
Violet,
Yeah.
at least we're doing
I
something
see
about
what
it.
you look like, darling.
Oh!
You're not fat.
What?
Oh no. I'm in size 16
That was
now.
a shot at Alex, but
Oh, okay,
I'm not.
good,
I'm not.
okay.
I'm not gonna drop
Yeah.
myself in that one because I'm bigger than you.
I can. Alex, when are you gonna do something about it? I'm allowed to because I'm actually smaller than him.
this has turned into a pick on cast, not a degenerate cast.
Can we stop picking on each other, please, and change the topic?
Okay, well,
Just so anybody isn't confused. No, we don't hate each other. Chill.
we're all friends.
I
We're,
know.
just,
I
we
know.
all-
We're
yeah,
all
we hate
friends.
each
We all
other
shit on
equally.
each other. It's funny at the end of the night, but
we're,
still,
all, we're all racist towards each other equally. Who the f was that?
change topic, boy.
Anyways, to move on from it, from going into an announcement of a new MOBA game to the announcement of a another MOBA game.
Oh, boy.
So Smite went ahead and had themselves a little bit of a trailer come out today, and I was just
Wait,
like,
Smite.
yes,
Smite's not a bad game.
Oh shit. Thank
So
you for the bit.
this is interesting one because Smite is doing a collaboration with Avatar.
Wait, with Avatar. Wait, Avatar. What do you mean by Avatar?
Avatar the last
Aang,
Avatar the last
Korra.
Airbanger. Last Airbanger.
Yeah.
Last
Banger.
No, I just heard Airbender.
That's what I heard as well.
Clip that! Someone clip that shit!
Avatar the last
Someone clip
Airbanger.
that shit right
Now
there!
on Pornhub.
The last Airbender. Cool, that's the new porn on Pornhub. Yeah, it's just like this flag.
Oh, he's dead.
Alex, listen, I know we haven't done it in a while, but Jesus Christ, I didn't know it was that depriving. What?
Oh.
Alex, are you good over
Avatar the Last Airbender, where they have announced that they're going to be adding Aang himself, Zuko, and Korra all into the game.
And probably more coming to more skins because they usually just
I'm
release
actually
new
looking
skins.
forward
Because
to
this is
doing that
and
now.
this is actually the
Just
first.
like-
This is actually going to be for their first ever battle pass, I believe they said.
I'm actually interested in that, but boy,
Shut up.
I'm never gonna let that one down. Someone
Shut
really needs to clip
up.
that. That's a clip forever now.
You have been clipped.
Bump.
Again,
Can't wait to see this spin-off.
oh, fuck off. Anyways, yeah, that was kind of just an announcement right there. Like, I was actually very surprised when I saw that, because like it was like when I was just like, oh, there's talk about Smite. Wait, Avatar the last. What?
Yeah.
Just-
Is that whole What the
Yeah. And it was not even that. In the exact same day, there was 3 things that were kind of announced. Cause here's the second thing that was announced that exact same day. Crash Bandicoot is going to be releasing
Having a 4th game.
their fourth story title.
I'm looking forward to that. I like Crash Bandicoot. Just please don't be as hard as the Insane Trilogy.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I did not realize this was the 4th. There's only been 3 games in general, story basis.
No. There's been plenty. Like, there's been plenty of different games.
I said
of course,
story
but,
basis.
But the thing is, I'm gonna say this now, Becky.
Nanny.
It's Crash Bandicoot. It's never fucking easy.
I could complete it as a child. Can't do it as an
Yeah,
adult.
same here. Yeah, same here.
Hun, they made it harder. What do you think the next one's gonna be?
Yes,
Death.
but the next
there
game
have been
is.
multiple...
Death and rage and more. You died. Dark Souls esque style.
But again, the next game is actually going to be called Crash Bandicoot 4.
Lots
It's
of
about time.
Right.
Alright, come on, mate.
Quick little note on side note quickly. Thank you NMD for clipping Airbanger.
Fuck off.
You are stuck with that forever.
Yes.
Hate you all.
Thank you, darling. I really appreciate that.
But the game is called Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. And let's be honest, knowing that the game is literally called that lets you know developers are just like, yeah, we understand what you're about to say.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's about time. And then the game is also about time, because if no one knows from the 3rd game, at the ending of its fuck, I forgot the villain's name.
Cortex, Neo Cortex.
Cortex is sent to the past.
So, do we shoot him now or later for forgetting that name?
Now.
I'll rip
No,
his dick off,
okay.
don't worry.
All right, hands up, don't shoot.
No shit.
Black Lives Matter. I'm just okay. No.
God damn it, Alex.
All right, but as people know, Neo Cortex was sent into the past, and basically what he explained at the beginning of the next game is that it only gave him more time to plan the demise of Crash Bandicoot, as he thinks.
That's what he thinks.
Yes. So it actually is funny because the game comes with a whole new bunch of abilities to it, a whole new bunch of wacky adventures, and a whole new bunch of maps to kind of go along with it.
Oh boy.
And it's funny because the trailer of it ends with a cutscene that literally explains, it's like, how many times have you beaten this clown already? 3. Really? Only 3? Huh. Seems like more.
Hmm.
So yeah, there we go. Crash Bandicoot 4.
Oh boy.
It's about time.
Literally. I'm still looking forward to some other games that are coming out more.
Yeah. But I guess this is kind of in its due date to kind of be released anyways.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing it because I do like Crash Bandicoot series.
Alright.
Naughty Dog series has always been good.
Yes. And now to move on to another other game. Of course, we had talked about this before, how in the game of Super Smash Bros. They announced that a ARMS character is going to be joining their fighters list. And in the shut up! And it's officially been announced that that specific ARM character is going to be in the form of Min Min, which is their 18-year-old ramen-loving girl who works in a shop known as Nintendo's Ramen.
I've never heard of that.
I don't think a lot of us here probably know about the game ARMS. So
I have been
No.
playing that vigorously. Shush.
okay, well,
Wait,
never-
what's the game called?
the game is literally just called ARMS.
Oh, Armed. Isn't that one of the first games that came out for the
Yes.
Switch?
Yeah, and it's basically
Yeah, I've never
it's really
played it.
good. It's really good. You should try it.
not now
Nah.
because its online server's enough shit. So
Again,
Yeah, true.
again, I'm gonna go. Nah. Cheers though. Oh, to you, but nah. Not my thing.
but for a lot of people who don't know. Oh, basically, kind of to sum up, I guess Min Min in this case, it's basically just going to be the fighter who has the most length on just fighting, because literally ARMS characters are just their arms are straight up springs, so they can
Uh-huh.
they have a lot of very extended reach. And shut up, Violet.
Wait, was that a Halo reference?
No, no, that's that's literally
the
their
fucking
own.
main menu
Yeah,
theme.
that's their actual main menu theme.
Oh god.
It's really good. Again,
Hmm.
It's just, and yes, if you're watching, it is as catchy as Halo. It is as catchy as Halo.
Yeah, it sounded like Halo.
I'll find it. I actually
No.
have it on playlist.
No,
No, don't you
Literally,
fucking dare.
people are saying it sounds like Halo.
Anyways, so go ahead and end it
Fuck
off.
you, I'm still doing it.
Fuck off, no.
I put
No,
it in
to
chat. I'm allowed to.
So go ahead and end it off. So this is an update of a game. This is an update on the game that has finally been released for the Nintendo Switch as of 3 days ago. We had talked about before, which is a game known as Ninjala.
Never heard of it.
We talked about it though.
I don't remember.
So basically, the game is the kind of just a ninja style game, and all of their powers come from bubblegum. And this is the game I also talked about where
Oh, that.
it looks like it has the same style as Splatoon.
That's why I don't remember. Not interested in it.
But I will
That
say,
explains.
what I'm surprised about is that its first 3 days of being released, there's already been 1 million downloads.
Wow, is it actually that good?
To a lot of people, they really do fucking enjoy it.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know, because I have it downloaded myself. I haven't personally played it yet, but I am going to get around to it whenever I finally get the chance. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. But that's right there, the end of all the gaming topics. Now, it's time to get into more personal shit.
Oh boy.
So this is where this is a little segment I decided to do that I'm gonna getting a little bit of inspiration off of someone else's podcast to do. Basically, don't you judge me.
I'm judging you silently.
Listen, when it comes to it, we've all been here so long, but we haven't really talked to people like about our own backstories. So this is what I'm doing to y'all. I'm you
Oh,
guys
no, I
talk
don't
about.
want people knowing my personal shit.
Well, too late. You've signed up for this.
Ah!
You cannot go away.
I hate you. People don't need to know about my shit.
Well, they're going to. Because the
Gas
first question I'm going to be
popcorn.
asking everyone one by one. You have to answer as well. Is basically, what is your first video game experience? What made you get into playing video games in general?
Funny enough, if you all know those rip-off not Game Boys, what the fuck do you call them? Okay, no, sorry. The first actual experience I had with games was the Game Boy Advance. Combined with what's it called, owning an Xbox, the original, and a if you know those old school NES ripoffs where there's like multiple games on them, one of those consoles.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
I had one of those, and then like I got really much into. I think it was like doing. I played way too much. What was it? It was one of the Simpsons games,
Mm-hmm.
and then a bunch of different games that I had on like Spyro. I had Rayman, all those good games on the Xbox, and then just in general, Pokemon. Pokemon was my childhood a bunch.
My mom was never an Xbox game.
I had a Game Boy Advance, hun.
All I can say is this is going to show my age.
Okay, well, all right. I'm just gonna quickly throw mine out there with, yeah, me and Yuna are gonna show our age right now.
So then, which one do you want to go first?
Yuna, who would you like to go first?
Really? Oh, for fuck's sake.
No,
Okay.
who would you like to
No,
go first?
no,
Me or you?
Is it, well, are you happy to show your age?
Sure.
Go on, then,
Sega
you go
Mega
first.
Genesis.
Here we go.
Shoot me in the foot, please.
Things like Sega
Yes.
Chip and fucking all
Sega
sorts.
Mega Genesis is my first one. Sonic, all the other shit. Then,
Aladdin.
yes, oh, Aladdin.
This dolphin game, which I never remember the name of.
Lion King game.
Lion King.
Um,
If you want to go to PC, that'd be Chip.
Chips, chips.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. After Sega Mega Genesis, I got the Nintendo 64. With Mario 64. Hell, fucking yes. Oh god.
Oh, do I really have to go through all the old consoles that I played?
Yes.
So
Fuck.
after that, I then got into PS1 with Rayman being my first original game that I got on that, and then it was Dead or Alive on the original Xbox, the big brick thing. Oh, that really hurt. Yeah. I love my games. I love my Sega Mega Genesis. That was my favorite.
All right, for me, it's definitely Sega, just like what Becky said. But
Yep.
I also played the Nintendo. Sorry, shh, leave me alone. I played the Nintendo 64 with my brother and some old friends. I never actually owned that console myself. That I used to play Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap on there. But that's pretty much the only games I played properly. And then I went from them to the Sega, not the Sega, sorry, PS1, which obviously I had games like Spyro, Crash,
Oh yeah,
Apocalypse,
Spyro and Crash were big ones as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Tomb
I wasn't
Raider,
allowed to play Crash, by
Resident
the way.
Evil.
Right, so my dad would never let me play Crash Bandicoot because he'd be playing it.
Yeah, my mum was like that with Tomb Raider. What else? Then I went to GameCube. I still have my GameCube and it still works now with some games on there, but I don't actually have the games on me to
I
actually tell
miss
you what
the
they are.
GameCube. The GameCube was a fucking shit show though. Those tiny little discs.
I know. If you want to go quite old school, I guess you could actually include Tamagotchis and whatnot as well, because
Tamagotchi,
technically they're
I
little
think
games.
I killed mine.
Mine was alive for a long time.
Jesus Christ.
There's a war
So that's-
crime going on here.
I'm just going to stick to those consoles as old school
Wait,
consoles
what?
because I don't want to go too old. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll stick with what I just said. But the main games that actually got me into gaming for console was Final Fantasy, and PC gaming was Guild Wars 1.
Oh yes. What got me really into gaming was when I got a bit older, and it was when I watched my friend actually play Turok Team Splitters. I think it was called.
Wait, what?
Becky, there's a game I want to see if you know.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever played a game called Croc?
Yes.
Oh, fucking amazing game.
Oh, yes, Time Splitters. Time
Yes.
Splitters took.
Fu-
There was fucking Croc. Was another one.
LAPD Future Cop is another one, which is quite good.
I
It's a good
guess.
multiplayer game.
I'm trying to remember all the games that I used to play when I was a kid. Now, I love them all.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Let's let the next old timer answer this. Spag.
Bag.
Bag.
Okay. I've got older siblings, like they're anything up to about 15 years difference. So my first gaming experience was probably much watching my brothers play the NES. I'm talking about not the Super Nintendo, the NES, the one before it.
Yeah.
Yes, I know which one.
And I was not allowed to play it. I was actually like physically banned from playing it. But when my
Why?
brothers all went to work, because I was too young.
Oh.
So when my brothers went to work, I worked out how to turn it on and use it and play Duck Hunt with the gun.
Yeah, I
and
remember
everything
that
on the
game.
I remember
screen,
Duck
shooting
Hunt!
ducks
Yeah,
and
me
everything.
too.
So
Oh,
Duck
so
Hunt
that
was
was
like
the
the first one.
NES.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was the
I
NES.
wondered what that was on. I couldn't remember what
that was the
console
one
that
where
was.
you actually had the vertical cartridge. You pushed the cartridge in and pushed it down and then shut the flap. That was the NES.
No.
Didn't the NES
Right.
come with those guns as well?
Oh,
that you
that
could use to
drove
shoot
me
with?
It depends.
mad.
The American and I think the UK ones did, but the Aussie
Yeah.
ones over here, because we were like fucking backwards, never came with it without buying it from an import. So there was that, and Super Mario Bros was the other thing that I was allowed to play on that.
Yeah,
but
Super Mario Bros was a good one.
later, I think it was like probably the following year, my brothers bought the Super Nintendo, and then they got kicked out of home but left the Nintendo there. So I played that and got games for that until they stopped selling them. And then I got a Game Boy, not a Game Boy Color, a Game Boy, the
Game
fat
Boy,
brick
the original one.
grey one.
Yeah.
So I had that. I had the attachment to go over the screen to magnify it and add lights and
Yeah,
all that sort of stuff
still
like
got mine.
that, so you could play it in the dark.
I still got it.
I can remember my very first game I got on that was Pokemon Blue,
Oh, yeah.
and I said to Mum, I like blackmailed Mum into saying that you need both copies to be able to play it properly, so she bought me Pokemon Red as
Oh
well.
my fucking
Oh,
god.
you
I think all of us
And-
did that. I did that
I
with
still
yellow.
have those. I still have those, and I've tested them to make sure the batteries are still working in those in like my Game Boy Color. But I had that for a very long time. I used to carry that around the dairy farm with me everywhere, basically, to the point where the actual console went brown instead of being
Oh
grey.
yes.
Just because
I
of age, right? But I had I went from that to the Game Boy Color because Game Boys were mainly my thing. Like I had a Nintendo 64 that I got for Christmas one year.
Yeah.
My parents got me that and a treehouse, and I don't think I ever went in the treehouse. So you can sort of see how I grew up. But I can remember the first game I got on that was like Super Mario 64 because I think they all came with that back then.
Did you have the
but-
SP, the Advance SP?
Okay, hang on. I went Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced. Didn't
Yeah.
get the one that came after the Advance. So remember how the
Yes,
Advance
Pete.
came with the blue, like it was the long sort of
Yeah.
bluey purpley one.
I
yeah, I
went
had
Game
that
Boy
one.
Color, Game Boy Advanced SP, the little
See-
pink brick thing.
Yeah,
See,
see,
I
I
had
didn't get
both.
that one because
I had-
I can't remember if they didn't come with a backing light in that, but the one afterwards did. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
No,
which
mine
way
lit
it
up.
was.
SP did. I had that, and I think
Yeah.
it was like 2-3 years ago. I went to see if it still worked, and it
Mhm.
snapped.
Well,
The
see,
Oh,
hinges snapped.
no.
Yeah, I was so sad.
my Advance, I played it that much that the buttons stopped registering, and it wasn't like a case of it was not looked after. It was just they stopped.
Old.
Like the
Overused.
the solder points in it were like worn out basically from playing games. on
It would just did.
Yeah, so I didn't get the SP, I didn't get the one after that. I think the next time I bought a Game Boy or one of those series was the 3DS, and I got the fat brick one, and then I got the
Oh,
flip
God.
one. Yeah.
I got the original DS, I then got the DS Lite, and then I got the 3DS, and then I got 3DS New XL. new
I
one.
have all of them. I have all of them.
I have fond
Actually,
memories
where is my
though
DS? 1 second.
of being in primary school and actually going to my friend's house who also had a Game Boy Color, and excuse me, and we were on bunk beds. He had Pokemon Silver and I had Pokemon Gold because I think they'd just come out, and I can remember us every time we got to a gym, we would battle each other. So like we would do the gyms, he would be on the top bunk, I was on the bottom, and like we'd do the gym. Oh yeah, I finished it with these Pokemon, you finished it with those Pokemon. Let's battle each other, and we did that with the purple connecting cable.
Yeah,
that went
oh my
from
God, I
fucking
It's
one
back.
to
I
the other
remember
sort
that
of
so
thing.
vividly as well.
And it had the adapter
It's
for the
back.
old Game Boy on it, and then it had the adapter for the Game Boy Advance on it. Yeah,
I
can
still
remember
have that cable.
Oh wow, that's really
I still
nostalgic.
have
See, okay, so as a kid, I don't know about you guys, but as a kid, something I found Nintendo did extremely well was making these somewhat transparent controllers and consoles.
Yes.
I don't know about you guys,
Mhm.
but like to me as a kid, I thought that was the fucking duck's nuts. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
that was
great.
really good.
You know what would have been? Would you know what would have been really cool though? If they actually put some lights behind the actual motherboard and that lot to make it glow as well.
Oh,
that would have been
well, yeah.
awesome.
I mean, like a lot of the
Aren't there
Nintendo and
some-
stuff all did have lights all in them and that though. Like they had their
Can
little
I-
LED display lights and stuff.
Can I quickly say one thing? I've got my Nintendo DS here, and you know the last game that was in the cartridges in my fucking DS?
What?
Mm.
Pokemon Ultra Sun.
See, I don't know where my DS is, but in my hand, I actually got my 3DS in my hand at the moment, and in that,
was my 3DS.
oh yeah, my 3DS has Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. Sorry.
Nice.
See, I'm partially sad that I don't have all those consoles anymore, and that's just due to the fact that when we got off the dairy farm that we lived on, my mother and father asked me to make up a box of stuff to put in the clearance sale.
Yeah, that
and
you
a
didn't
box of
want.
stuff to keep.
Yeah.
And they accidentally picked up the one that I wanted to keep, which had all my Pokemon cards and
No!
consoles and stuff all in it. The
My-
only things that I
You're
managed to get.
kidding!
Oh
my
man, yeah,
God.
basically, and the only like they didn't mean to, and it was a nice mistake. And it wasn't until we got
Back.
to the new place I went, "Where's all my stuff?" So
You'd be
the only
happy-
thing that I still have is my Nintendo 60. Well, actually, now I have 3 Nintendo 64 consoles and about 80 games, but
You're
and
going to
like
be
40
happy.
controllers because friends just gave them to me. They're like, "Oh fuck, we don't even have the console anymore."
Spag, when you come and visit and we actually eventually move in with each other, you're gonna have all those consoles back. Apart from the
Oh,
Nintendo
yeah.
64 and that lot, you won't have those, but all the
This
other
is so
handhelds and that lot,
sweet.
you will have them back, and I will allow you to play them.
Oh yeah, like honestly, I probably wouldn't play them though because I would let them like stay looked after. I would rather just emulate the shit on a
Oh,
Raspberry
You're
Yeah,
just
Pi.
a collector.
You know, I'm gonna go personal as well because I'm gonna bring up something that recent. You know what? I don't know why I'm gonna say it like this, but here's a new segment: reasons why I hate my dead mom.
Right? Okay. Let us old timers talk now. Okay.
Hey,
Let's get away from this depressing thing.
Yeah, no, Violet. Let's save that for some other time, darling.
Violet,
Yeah, without
Jesus.
changing the subject of what we're originally on, the only other thing or the reason why I wouldn't play those consoles is we would have to find a really old TV to make them work.
No, I got one of those.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
have
I just
one
hurt
of
my
those.
foot there randomly. I just twitched. It was like I whacked it on my chair. I was like, ow.
No, I'm
That's
pretty
also
sure.
the reason why I
No,
like
here's the thing.
Raspberry
You can
Pi,
actually
because of
also
the fact
find
that
an
I could
adapter to
emulate
actually
it.
use for that. You can actually like get an
Well,
adapter to
yeah.
kind of.
I
Yeah,
have the
and-
adapter. We can still play it. I have the adapter for the new TV to the old consoles. I have that.
Damn, lucky.
We're just
My
gonna be
stepdad
careful
brought it
that,
for me
like,
years
you don't
ago.
like turn the console on and it just puffs and smoke because of the fucking
No, they
thing
won't.
is old is what it is.
Seriously, you'd be
Don't ever
surprised.
say that
Not last year, the year before, you'd be surprised how often me and my housemate played with those consoles. We
Oh,
used to
yeah.
go old school. We had an old school like day
Okay.
every month.
10 years ago when I was living with some roommates, I was like us 3 blokes basically, we would have piss up on Friday night at my joint base before we would go out. Like everyone would rock up at like say 5 p.m. And you know the first thing we'd break out the Nintendo 64 and we'd sit there and play Super Smash Bros. Basically
yeah.
for probably 3 or
See,
4 hours. and then we would get pissed playing it, and then we would go out to the club if we could be bothered. Otherwise, we'd sit there and play Smash Bros all night.
See, both of my best
Nice.
mates won't play Crash Team Racing with me anymore. Even though I was using the slowest character, I kept beating them.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Smash Bros. Good game. Good game.
See, I miss the days when games were balanced.
You wanna
like
know what
that.
I actually miss playing? I miss playing the original Dead or Alive game on Xbox. That was a good one.
See, I had it on the PlayStation 2.
No.
Yeah, I never got into the Xbox Series.
I
still have
love
it.
doing all of
I've
this.
always had the Nintendo or PlayStation. Is basically like I think after the 64, I went to PS2, and then I just haven't gone back to Nintendo because I was like,
Sorry.
GameCube,
Eh.
ew.
I'm just
Yeah.
looking at my PlayStation 2 games to see if I do actually have it, because I might have just did a white
It's
lie
a
there.
good game.
I love
It is a
hearing,
good game.
Oh, no,
hearing
the
all
dark.
this old game.
But then
Oh,
again, I
no.
must say I did buy the
Actually,
Wii, and I think I owned the
Hitman.
the Wii for about 2 years before I
Mhm.
sold it because I realized it was a party console, and that was about it.
Yeah, the Wii's
Do you
probably the best.
do you guys remember SSX
Yes.
from the PlayStation 2? Yeah, I have that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've not seen
what-
that game in a very long time. Or heard
Yeah,
of it,
I got
actually.
Guitar Hero 2 on PlayStation 2, and I think I
I
got
want to play
Guitar
that
Hero
again.
3
I miss Guitar
as well.
Hero.
I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and
No.
4.
No.
Jack and Dexter, Jack 2 and Jack
Oh, wait,
3.
Jack?
Yeah,
Gimme.
Oh,
no.
I just remembered.
Mine.
I forgot to mention too that back when I was like sneaking goes of the NES, I quite often used to go and stay with my aunt while my parents went overseas and stuff like that on holidays. And like I would be there for like a good month and a half, and my cousin is
Mhm.
probably about the coolest cousin anyone could ever ask for. He was right into PC gaming, so he had like Doom, Duke Nukem, Castle Wolfenstein, all those sort of things that like me as like a 5 or a 6-year-old shouldn't have really been playing, and gave me a lot of nightmares I can remember as
Yep.
growing up as a kid. But I am very
Resident Evil
thankful
did
for
that
it
to me.
because that was like yeah, those sort of things. I can remember like and like you say, Chips Bits was another one that was there.
Yeah.
There was the Pipeworks one where like you had to basically assemble the pipe to make it flow through onto the other end.
Yes, I remember that.
There was
remember that one.
golf that used to take 30 minutes to load up.
Oh, don't get me started on that one.
But
That was like
yeah,
3 floppy disks. And these are back in the days when you used to, like, if you wanted to play a PC game, you'd insert
Yeah.
the floppy disk, you'd have to open up the command prompt, and you'd have to type C/drive, fucking run, whatever, and you'd have to, like, point the PC to where you were trying
Yeah.
to launch the game
You know what's
from.
very
and-
funny? I think
Okay,
this
hold on,
just
hold on,
shows
hold on,
who's the
hold on,
oldest
hold on.
here.
Can I show a fun fact about that? We actually did that in inside of my computer programming class that I was in this
Yeah.
this last
Oh,
semester.
nice.
So that was like
It's
a very
funny
interesting
because,
experience
like,
to have.
We
Did
complain
anyone
about loading
else-
times now.
Did anyone else play the card game Pokemon game? And there's also
Yes.
on the
yes.
PC, and there's another one. I think it was Sesame Street game as well on the PC.
I did not
See,
know
I
there was a
was
Sesame
listening
Street
to
game.
that.
Card game over
But
the
yeah,
Pokemon,
yeah, I think this just shows you, you know, me and you're older. Spag's old.
I'm
Oh yeah, we
old.
no we are. He's my little baby. He is.
I mean, I still played like the
Aw.
Sega Master Drive and the Atari and all that sort of stuff as well, but that was like probably when they had started to becoming extinct, though.
See, I got
Yeah.
upset.
Fuck.
I
Plus, a
think
lot
my
of
mum
those
told mine.
consoles didn't make it over here. That was the other thing as well,
Yeah.
because like we're so fucking backwards. And then once obviously international travel and all that sort of stuff becoming more real,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
started
yeah.
to see it a lot more over here. We
Yeah.
got
good.
what everyone else got.
So Alex,
I was about to say that was a good like 19
Yeah.
minutes you guys
Well,
stood and talked about
yeah.
that. My.
That's the thing, though, Alex. You got all the like old timers to talk about it, and we've been through a hell of a lot of gaming.
Well,
Yeah,
then I'm
we
glad I
have.
brought this up then.
yeah. So what's the next one then, Mister? What you gonna
No,
do
he
now?
hasn't done his.
I haven't
He
said
hasn't
mine
done
yet,
his.
actually.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
Well, Spag, you went on a tangent.
Okay.
Spag went on a tangent then.
So, what was it for me that I first started off with? Oh, okay. So the first thing I can remember starting off with personally was the PlayStation 2. I believe I played the game that was known as Driver. Yeah, it was known as
Oh,
Driver.
that's a good game. I have that.
Mm.
I had played both Driver
never
and
played
Driver
Driver.
2.
I got them. I have them.
And
brought-
they were not my. Let me point out. This is when my grandfather had the PlayStation 2. I have no idea if he still has it now, but it's like that was his PlayStation 2 that I played, and I just fucking enjoyed the shit out of it.
My PlayStation 2 still works.
My
I think
PS2 still
I can
works.
remember the PS2 that
And my
PS2
PlayStation
games.
1. Yeah.
Well,
What are the
don't know what's
PS2
in
games I
cupboard.
played? Okay, the PS2 games I remember playing. Drivers 1 and 2. I believe I played from Grand Theft Auto from 3 to San Andreas. There was also a spin-off one that was known as the Stories of Los Santos, but it wasn't like the actual like introduction to Grand Theft Auto 4. So, but I do remember playing that on the PS2. And
I
then
like how it's like GTA.
look,
My
I was.
feelings
That's the
exactly.
thing. I am a baby to GTA. That's why I love it so much. Like that's where it comes from. I've just been a baby to GTA. Like I played it as a child.
Oh, you wee puppy.
That's actually really bad for me to say. I played a Grand Theft Auto as a child.
Yeah, but see,
I love how you
back
just
in
walk
those
into
days,
that,
they
though.
didn't make a big deal about it.
No,
though.
it's
They
it's
didn't
not
go
a big
out
deal
and
until
start
now.
Yeah.
shooting people or fucking going, oh, this is what the problem is, and
We-
causing crap. But
The thing is, the people like in our generation, we knew how to play outside.
Mm-hmm.
Where
I miss playing outside.
I do. I miss
tell-
climbing
are you
trees.
telling me I
miss
didn't know how to
running
play
around.
outside?
I miss playing dodgeball. I miss playing hot potato.
Hold up,
Hey,
hold
miss
hey,
all
no,
of
no,
it.
hold up, hold
Hey,
up,
chicken.
hold up. You telling me I don't know how to play outside?
It's
so
possible.
can I
No,
just
I
add as
actually
someone that's
did
also
also
old,
play
you
outside.
know, those things are fine, you girls, if you have friends and you don't live on a remote dairy farm, right? Like if you don't live on a dairy farm out in the middle of fucking
I
nowhere.
had two
But that's-
friends.
I didn't have that many friends either. Well, actually, no, I lie. I did have quite a few friends, but we used to like climbing trees, climb on people's shed roofs.
You know, you
We used to
forget.
sing the
Remember that?
Powerpuff Girls
Alright,
and jumping off
You
buildings.
know,
You know.
you know.
But-
You guys also probably had a school that had more than 20 kids in it from year 1 to 6 though. Like that's the difference. Like the
I
first
think-
school I went to had like 20 kids in total, and that was years 1 to
Okay,
6.
yeah. Okay, yeah, we have ours to 6, but there's like for like 1 to 2
Yeah.
and so on. They had 2 classes, which are
Yeah.
now 3 classes to a year.
Oh, I was only there
Wow.
till like year 3, I think it was, and then I went to what was quote unquote a bigger school at the time, which went to 50 kids.
Okay, us old timers are kind of like cutting off the young timers here, so should we
Yeah,
just like let them
sorry.
finish?
Yeah.
Anyways, I think the next console I kind of introduced myself was the original Xbox, and God, what was the name of the? It was a party game I remember playing on it so fucking much on that console. What was it? I need to
What on the
remember.
Xbox?
Yes.
Oh, party something. Buzz.
No.
I think it's called.
No.
Is that what you
It was
Buzz
not.
Buzz?
It was not
No?
called it. It was not called that.
Oh.
Fusion Frenzy. I fucking love Fusion
that's
Frenzy. Oh my god.
Yeah, I
You
used to
know
play
what
that.
party
with
game I
friends as
enjoyed
well.
was on the iToy.
The window wiping game.
Yes, wishy wishy.
Yes, I love that. I used to dance.
It's the music.
I used to dance to the music. Me and my friends used to see how many
I
people we
love
could get into the
that
camera.
game. I remember when I was over at Chris's and they set it up, and me and Chris were just sitting playing. I think we almost broke a few things.
Yeah, that's like way before. I think that's, the iToy was actually the first console camera, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I still got one of those somewhere, I think.
Well,
Okay.
no, technically the Game Boy did, because remember you had the Game Boy camera.
Yeah, but.
Mm,
Mm.
but
It
come
even
on,
had
wishy
the
washy.
printer, remember?
But come on,
expensive
but come on.
things.
No, technically that's the first laptop then, if you think about
Oh
it.
yeah, because there was Hey You
Yeah.
Pikachu as well. No, not Hey You Pikachu. What was the the original one where you could talk into the Nintendo controller? Oh, and fucking Pikachu.
Wait, there was an
as
actual
well.
game like that?
Yeah, there was. There
Yeah.
was legitimately one, and you
Oh,
had like
shit.
it was so bad because this is back in the days like before voice recognition and all that sort of stuff is as good as what
Yeah.
it is today.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
would be like, "Hey, Pikachu," and like it'd just come up with a
Oh.
question mark, and you could like blatantly yell it into the microphone, and it just wouldn't work.
I'm pretty
think
sure there
that-
was Tamagotchis for them as well, for Pokemon.
Oh yeah, you might be right. You might be right. But going on with the next console. I was then introduced into the Xbox 360.
Ugh.
Listen,
Please.
I grew. None
you're
of
hurting
these
my
consoles.
feelings.
Actually no, I take that back. I did own an Xbox 360, but it wasn't until later on.
Called Hey You Pikachu.
I never actually
You're-
even got into the PlayStation that much. Like I just played it because my granddad had it,
Aw.
but I was more into the
Still, you're-
Xbox.
See, even my nan had the Xbox 360.
It was the only reason I got into Xbox was because when I was talking about, I did not own the original Xbox.
What?
It was with the people who I lived with because
I know, I'm
that was the
older than
time
fucking-
I lived with literally
Oh,
another
you-
family.
Just
I lived with a
on
whole nother
fucking
family,
years if you guys want to eat
and
Xbox
I just got
360, okay?
into Xbox from that. That was really it.
I'll do the lasagna
That was the
tomorrow.
only reason why.
Oh, I remember
not busy
that.
tomorrow.
Oh.
So I got into Xbox 360. And I remember the games I played on it. Just Dance. I remember playing Just Dance on it. What else was there?
I think that's the only reason that I liked the Xbox 360.
So I was just
because
getting
of the Just
pestered
Dance
by
game.
Chris going, I'm
That's true.
hungry.
Just Dance. There was fucking. Oh, I remember now. Halo. What was it? Which one was it? I don't remember which Halo
Probably
it was.
Reach.
Yeah,
It's
Halo
probably
Reach.
Reach.
Halo Reach. Yeah.
Yeah, even I
No,
used to
Reach
play
is a
that.
good one.
I played it on PC though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it on console with Chris, the person that just pestered me.
Then I believe if I got myself into I can't even lie. Street Fighter 8 or 4, fucking Street Fighter 4 around there was just like that's
Did
like
anyone ever play a game called King of Fighters?
Mhm.
Yeah, I love that game.
I heard about it, but I never actually played it because no one actually ever bought it in my house.
I had it. I got it at a bargain sale, and I took it over to my friend Mark's, and I gave it
Car
to him
boots are good
after
for
I
him.
played it for a while. And well, he kind of got addicted to that game, and then got Chris into it.
I don't know about you, but I tend to get lots of my PlayStation 1 and 2 games from Car Boots nowadays, and maybe the Game Boy
Yeah.
games as well. I only said that because I saw the picture pop up and
Card boot
Chat.
sales are good.
yeah, I purposely I used to buy Pokemon cards from there, which was
Yeah,
quite bad because
same.
a lot of them were fake, but it's not the point.
Yeah, that was the depressing part. There were a lot of fake ones.
I
shitty.
forgot one specific game I actually got into that was on the Xbox 360. And this was kind of like my intro into kind of my technically favorite game genre ever. Being racing games. Need for
Thank God
Speed.
that.
Most Wanted.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
these Need for Speeds were good on all of the consoles. I used to play those quite a bit as
I
well.
Yeah.
wasn't too big on Need for Speed.
Oh, there was another one I forgot that was actually made by Rockstar themselves. LA Midnight Club Club. Fucking, I really wish they would make another game of that. 'Cause seriously,
don't
that game
remember
is
that.
fucking good.
I'm intrigued if Violet and Alex will know this one, but does anyone remember Taxi? I think it's called Taxi.
I think I know. I think I do.
Hmm.
Taxi is basically it's basically just a car where you have to do tricks. I think tricks and taking
It's called
people to
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi. That's the one.
Oh yeah, Crazy Taxi. Yeah, I fucking love that. Holy shit.
Sorry, I shortened it.
I don't remember. I don't remember that one, sadly. I didn't really
think- I
get to
think-
play
no, no, no,
too
no,
many
no.
games.
The best way to fucking remind people is the best way to remind people is like, are you ready for some Crazy Taxi? Here we go.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
another
okay.
one for the youngsters. What's it called? I've forgotten the name of it. It was in my head and now it's gone. I got it right here. Micro Machines.
Oh,
No,
okay,
no,
yeah.
Micro
I heard-
Machines, I remember.
I had heard about it, but I never actually played it.
Alex, get out. Get out.
It was a game that was
This
never
is-
bought for me. I never actually played it. I could probably go buy it myself, but it's like I never actually played it as a child because no one ever actually
It
bought
actually
that
came
game.
back out on PS4.
Oh, excuse
Really?
you.
Yeah, I got it right here. That's how I had to have a look.
Bet I'm
I
about
got it
to-
I got it for the PS1 and PS4.
Okay.
So-
But then I think later on I got my mother got me a Xbox 360 because and I think the real reason I got into Xbox 360 was because it was from kind of who I called my own cousin who was named Jonathan, and it's like I loved playing the Xbox 360 with him so much. And then a few days before 1 year, a few days before Christmas, I believe it was, I don't even remember what year. he had died,
Oh god.
and
Why do you guys have to bring sad things into
no,
this
because that's what kind of
room?
connects to this.
People said I wasn't allowed to bring
okay.
depression in here. What the fuck?
That kind of connects into it. I'm not gonna get into like all the depressing things of how he died. It's like he died, and it's like my mother kind of just said, screw it. Since you like the Xbox 16, you love playing it with Jonathan, I'm gonna get you one. So it's like, yeah,
So that's the reason why you had got the
memory
Xbox.
behind
Yeah.
it, basically.
yeah, the memory behind it.
Okay.
And then I think what happened after that? I believe I ended up getting myself. No, because then I moved into the house I am in right now, and Mr. Sean himself had an a PlayStation 3 in this room, so I ended up using that, and I think I got myself into Bully, in this house, and then I just kept using my Xbox 360 until I got myself my PlayStation 4, and so on, going into kind of me now. And here's a fun fact. Oh, no, I forget. There was also something else in between that. I ended up buying my cousin's DS off of him, because he had got himself a 3DS. So I ended up getting his 3DS off of him, and I played that for a bit, although I don't know where it is. I had lost that one day. It's just like
I might have kind of lost it.
I'll be honest. My mother, I paid him $50 for that, so I'm just like, how the fuck did I lose that?
Yeah. I remember those little cartridges.
But that was the only. I think like that was my introduction into Nintendo stuff in general. The 3DS, because I'd never done anything else otherwise from that. No. I take that back. I did play the Wii. I forgot. I did play the Wii. So it was Wii up till now. And that's really it. Wait. Fuck, no, I also had the Game Boy. No, not the Game Boy, the GameCube.
I think you probably hate me if I named all the console I actually do own.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go for it.
I've owned.
But no, I did have a GameCube, and I remember playing that. But I think the Wii is why I more played, because I love Wii Fitness. Wii Fitness and Wii Play. Those are the two that I can love playing on there. The Wii U, I didn't play that much of, but I mean, because I didn't actually own it. And the Nintendo Switch, of course, well, I owned that shit. So that shows you how young I personally am when it comes to everyone else here, and also Violet.
What?
Is a
because I'm explaining how
for anyone that ever
me and Violet are kind of the youngest people here.
Did you guys know that there was going to be an expansion for it in the base to actually take compact discs?
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
If you ever flip your Nintendo 64
Weird.
upside down, you'll see there's an expansion slot down the bottom. Originally, Nintendo actually had a deal with Sony before Sony made the PlayStation 1 to actually develop a drive for the Nintendo 64.
See, that's the same thing for the PlayStation 2, because there's actually a slot for a hard drive for that as well.
Well, yeah, they actually had a floppy disk drive too for the original Nintendo. But yeah, but what actually happened when push came to shove, they pissed PlayStation off, or Sony off, at the time, and Sony turned around and made it into an independent console because they already had everything there to run it.
Yeah.
And look at how far they've come from that.
Yeah, that's true.
That was what one of the intentions of the expansion slot in the base of your Nintendo 64 was originally meant for, was because cartridges were becoming old school at the time. So
do you know what you could actually use those little like sections of the consoles, like for this little section of the PS2 and everything with nothing in it? I used to hide money in there.
Oh.
That ass.
It was a good hiding spot. Yeah.
It
still is a good hiding spot. I just told you guys where if I had any
this
money.
This is where I have to go ahead and ask this next question. I do want to wonder, what were games that you guys got into that were more of the arcade-esque type of games? Kind of like those big arcade slot machines.
See, I tend to play like things like Street Fighter and whatnot on those. They were the most fun.
What was there was one that was like a plane one where you had a plane that went along the bottom of the screen and all these
Oh,
other ones would come
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
Space
yeah.
Invaders, not Space Invaders.
No, it's not
It was
Space
like
Invaders.
another. It was like 1844 or something like that, or 1944 or something like that. And what would happen was you'd shoot them, and occasionally they'd drop a power up, which would change the way your bullets spread, or you'd pick up bombs. It was kind of like a 2D version of Star Fox, basically, except that it was flat screen.
I don't know.
I think it was like Battle 1844 or something. It was like
I think it
some
was.
World War game. Good old Google.
But I think like a few games I remember actually playing, a few arcade games were kind of a lot of the classic ones being Pac-Man. I believe I played the original Mortal Kombat on it.
Donkey
Street
Kong.
Fighter. I never played Donkey Kong. No, I never played Donkey Kong. But I think like those are the main three, kind of like Pac-Man, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. Like those three
Okay.
ones specifically. And Pac-Man I usually played because I used to go to a laundromat, a laundry store, a laundry fucking get.
English, you can do it.
I used to go to a place to do laundry with my mother, and they like had like legit like Pac-Man for like a legit like arcade machine. So I just played it on there while she did clothes. That was really it.
Just for
Oh.
reference, that game was called 1944: The Loop Master.
1944, The Loop Master. Okay.
Yeah, that was what the actual arcade machine was called. And yeah, it was like at the picture that I posted in Discord. But it was, what is it? It's a vertical side scrolling shooter arcade game made by Capcom.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, this was gonna be a question I was gonna ask as well, but a lot of you guys already fucking answered it, which was I was going to wonder, what got everyone into more of the PC gaming side? But a lot of people have actually already answered that.
What do you mean?
You haven't, but a lot of people have.
Childhood.
No, I mean the game. Like, what game got you addicted to like
Oh, what
PC?
game got me addicted to PC?
I have a good one.
Go ahead, Violet.
My childhood was many much just growing up with my dad because my mom, it was with my mom a lot, but whenever I was with my dad, we would always play some games or we would always have fun in the yard or whatnot. But I remember this one game so vividly, not only because it was fucking violent, that's a different story, but because the game was really fun. Quake 4. Personal favorite of mine. And sadly to say that the Steam version sucks ass because they haven't ported it correctly, so you can really not play it anymore on your PCs.
Oh, that sucks.
And I'm trying to figure out because the community is trying to figure out a fix, but there's nothing really we can do currently. We've been trying to
No,
put a
it's just that the
different-
game devs need to either get their shit together and fix it.
or make a remake. I want to see a remake of Quake
We'll see.
4, to be honest. If they remake one of my favorite games, I'm going to fucking shit. I'm going to shit.
I don't think we need
And
that.
in a
but
good
okay.
way.
Mine's nice and quick, so I'll just jump in. But Dungeon Keeper and Black and White were the two games that got me
For
addicted to PC gaming.
PC, I would say what got me into games. What was the first game I played on PC that I really enjoyed? I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna laugh at me for this. I think it was actually League of Legends. Watching Chris play League of Legends back when I was
Really?
a teen. Yeah, he would set. Alright, so this room layout. This was the version of the room that I used to always hang out in before I go change the game room as time went on. But he had a bed behind me that was just a little small single bed. He had his little desk just over in the corner there with his PC and his wooden table, and I would sit usually next to him and I'd watch him play League of Legends and all the other stuff. And I went, this is really cool. I wish I had a PC that I could play on. And he would let me go on his computer every so often and play games. It was really cool.
Nice.
Oh,
And that got me into PC games.
Okay, well now I need to think about what was the first actual PC game I played. Because I know, like, I don't know if this counts, but it's like I remember like getting into anything that had to do with playing video games on the PC. I would always do like those online video games, like if people remember fucking Cool Math and all the other shit, like because that was like kind of like stuff we were allowed to play through school. But I think like the first ever PC game I really played
Yeah, rest in peace, Cool Math, by the way.
personally, yeah. But I think the first ever PC game I really played was honestly, because I got into PC gaming really, really late. I think it was. I'm actually really curious about that. Ah, fuck. I think I got into fucking Gary's mod, actually. Because that was like my first ever kind of like PC game I sat down and played.
See, I never got into Gary's mod. I never really had a chance to give it a proper go, though.
I think the only reason I really got into Gary's mod was watching other people play it. That was really it. And I think if I'm talking about that, Yuna should know what I'm talking about.
What?
Like, sitting down and watching people play Gary's mod is what made me enjoy it. You should know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Venos, yeah.
Yeah, Vanos and
yeah,
everyone else.
no.
Like, fucking, like, that's why I got myself into Grand Theft Auto 5. That's why I got into, like, all the different games I've played. Like, Gary's mod is just another example of that. And I never fully, like, got to go back to it because I don't really have that many people play it nowadays.
See, actually, Spag was actually going to organise a day of playing Gary's mod at one point,
Bruh.
but we never actually got around to get into that.
It's
sorted.
like if we actually end up finally doing that prop hunt map. Oh my fucking god, y'all are gonna hate me.
I would actually stream it. That's probably one game I would definitely stream because I think it'd be hilarious.
All I'm gonna say is y'all will hate me because I've learned too many maps and too many hiding spots.
It's alright, there's lots of new ones that keep coming out, so...
Yeah, that's true. I will adapt like Signals.
But yeah, we should do that one day. Just have a big game of Gary's mod. I think. I'm definitely up for it. I have been
Sadly,
since it
I'm
was
not
first.
into Gary's mod, so I'd have to pass on that one.
You're fine, Becky. But to go ahead and go into it, now I have the question that goes into kind of technically all of our careers right now. The question being,
Careers?
what's I say it with quotation marks around it, okay? So the question here is what got everyone in the Twitch? What was the first Twitch streamer you ever saw, and what kind of like sparked it of you watching it?
Maximilian did. Thank you, Chris.
I appreciate that one actually. Fucking Maximilian,
I love
oh
Maximilian
my
did for one reason. It was not him. It was his dog.
No, I can definitely agree with that though. I can agree with that.
Dog. I love his videos. I love what he does. What he does is just fantastic and so interesting.
But his dog is
funny.
precious.
But I'm sorry, I'm gonna admit this now. I'm gonna admit one thing. I barely watch any of his videos unless it has the dog doing something, or dressed up, or you know. I won't watch it otherwise.
Okay.
Hard to say.
For me, I don't actually remember the streamer's name because I stopped talking to this person a long time ago, like probably 7 years ago. But 7 years ago, I was actually interested in starting my own streams up, but never did it because of nerves, and I've got a little bit of stage fright. So I never brought myself to do it. And then I met these lovely people, especially Spag,
Aww.
which pushed me into doing it. I'm still nervous while streaming now. I
Oh,
don't.
trust me, I'm the
That's
same
why-
on a daily basis. Like, I feel like I'm shit, and everyone's like, "No, you're great at what you're doing." I'm like, "No, this is
Well,
shit."
that's the thing. People keep telling me that I'm doing all right and everything, but the point is, I just keep losing the motivation because my motivation at the time was VR chat, and now I barely go on VR chat. I don't stream it. I try to stream other games. It's like I'm supposed to stream Slime Rancher like ages ago, but I never got around to it because I keep putting it off. I keep finding excuses of not to stream. I don't mean to, but it's just I still get a little bit of stage fright and everything else, and it's helped me a lot.
because it's fun.
It's helped me a lot, but I am now like panicking. I'm like, I don't have the views. I don't have that many people watching. When people are watching, they're not talking. Oh shit! You know, that's
anyone
something.
talks to mine, darling.
That's why I need to look past it, and I find it really hard to look past that bit. But yeah, the main reason why I did actually start to stream is because of Spag, Alex, Bucks, Crabber when he was about. I hate to say it, Dory.
Where's Crabber, by the way? I miss Crabber.
No one knows.
No one knows
where
to
he
this
is.
day.
I've
It
been
is a
messaging him.
mystery.
I message Crabber once a month just to make sure he's still alive, but I still haven't had a reply. So I think I think after all the massive drama that went off in the past, I think he just
disappeared.
played it
I
out.
don't know what happened.
You don't.
God.
I'll
don't?
explain. I'll try and
We will
after.
explain this off stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just some shit that went down. But all those people that I mentioned and more, they got they're the ones that pushed me into it, and I'm great. Part of me is grateful because it did help my stage fright a little bit. I still got it, like I keep saying, but yeah.
yeah.
It's more manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you, hon.
Okay, that's 3 different answers. Spag,
More
what about
power to
you?
Yeah, see, I was kind of staying quiet because I had to think about it for a little while, and then I
Yeah.
remembered, oh wait, I remember why I kind of got into streaming. So, mine's kind of like 2 things. Number 1 was a certain YouTuber, who's also a streamer on Twitch, Chips, also known as StealthRG.
Oh.
I used to watch his videos on VR chat religiously back when he was more about the music and not about trying to be a playboy. And yeah, that sort of like got me into like, hey, maybe I should actually record some VR chat, because a good friend of mine, Madbox, actually suggested, I believe, once, he goes, hey, why don't you record some of this stuff that we're doing on VR chat, because it's quite funny. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I suppose I could probably stream it on something like Twitch. He's like, yeah, why not? And I was like, alright. And then that was it.
That's simple.
Pretty much from that.
So then my story's gonna be a little bit different from all of y'all, because I didn't start off like PC streaming, and a lot of people know that. If you really like have been around me for long enough, you'll know that I started streaming through my PS4. And that's where I excelled to now. But it's like,
I actually originally did stream on PS4, by the way, if you look at my old YouTube stuff. It might not be there anymore. I might have removed it. I think I removed it a while back, but I can activate it again if I want. I just hid it. But yeah.
I think the first ever game I streamed. This is the thing. I've had actually 2 Twitch accounts. The last one I deleted because I didn't know how to change the name of. So this is like kind of the second Twitch account I've had. But I think on that first Twitch account, I think the first game I ever actually streamed myself, I played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Nice.
Ugh.
But I think the first ever streamer I first watched...
People would watch that.
Honestly, I think it was fucking Cryotic. I think the first ever streamer I actually watched was Cryotic. And it kind of set the stage of like what I knew from Twitch. And then I saw people who I usually watch on YouTube stream on here, like Chilled Chaos, Apex Arcade, Gom HD, HD, Tesmarty, the whole entire Derp crew who I watched on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then going into like Wildcat, Cat Base I Do Work, and a whole bunch of others, and just non-stop people who I've watched through YouTube go onto Twitch to stream because it's like a good little chill
Yeah.
platform. And then seeing all these other Twitch streamers who I knew nothing about, and now I just watch religiously. It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch many Twitch videos. I don't
You
watch many
should, because
Twitch.
then you know where to improve. I mean, I've
Yeah.
stopped doing it myself, and I know I need to start watching them again so I can.
I have
improve
actually been
myself.
watching a few people
I've
recently,
never really-
and
I've just
there's a few
approved of
things
my
that I
own.
want to get done, but I need someone to teach me how to do them.
Here's the thing.
Mm.
I've never looked at any kind of videos on how to get better. I just did what I did and got...
Yeah, I'm the same.
popular. That's really
I
it.
just do it my own way, and I just see what I need to improve on myself. I don't really watch other people to take from them because I feel like that's just copying what they do that way.
I got a question. Has
It's
anyone
like-
watched streamers that have their avatars actually moving on screen? Is that just like a
that is
repeat
what
thing?
I'm trying to learn. How to do.
Yeah.
I have the software. I just need someone to teach me how to use it.
I want to know what that software is because I actually want to
Do you want
use it
me
myself.
to tell you what it is, give you the link and all that?
Oh yes, please. I'll be grateful for that.
Yeah, no problem, darling. If you can figure it out, help me.
Yes, will do.
It's a
Will
pain.
do. But yeah, that's what I want to do because I've noticed people like Oatmeal's used it, and I've seen some other streamers use it as well, and I was like, I
Yeah,
actually
you
like the
need
idea
your
of
full
that.
body tracking though.
Huh?
You need full body tracking.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, that's part of the massive savage I'm trying to do as well. So
Mhm. Yeah. That this little like segment we all went into for probably about 3/4 of what has been the stream, because only 1/4 has been about games.
Hey,
In
it got
general.
personal.
got personal, and
I said I
you
wanted to
made
make
us
this
remember our
personal,
past.
and goddamn did I do it. And I gotta say, that's just what I want to do. I want the people to kind of know like our history of kind of how we got into gaming, how we got into
Yeah.
everything we do right now. Because I know for a fact we all enjoy this. I just wanted people to know
Oh, yeah,
like
I
how did
love-
it all
I love
start?
streaming.
How did it all start? And that's kind of what we all just went through today.
Mhm.
And with that being said, I think that is an amazing place to end for this week. Thank you all
Yeah.
for coming out for kind of a more personal episode of the DegenerateCast. If you did enjoy, why don't you go ahead and follow everyone on their passionate Twitch channels. You can go ahead and follow Yuna on twitch.tv/UnaSilverstone, Becky on
Yay.
twitch.tv/Shinanashi, Spag on twitch.tv/the Mr. Spaghetti.
Mrs.
Violet.
Spaghetti. Joking.
Miss.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Mrs. Paquetti. Sorry.
Ha.
I'll make sure to change that when I get the chance.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't do it.
I'm
No,
glad none
no.
of you guys had me in my channel, like my actual Twitch
Oh
channel, 'cause I feel like you
boy,
guys
oh
have put space
boy.
there.
Yeah.
You could actually.
I know what you mean.
Violet on twitch.tv/Miss Violet Blossom, and myself right here on twitch.tv/Alexander. If you're watching this on Twitch right now, you can go ahead and check out my YouTube channel. You can go ahead and just look up Alexander on YouTube, and you will go ahead and see all of the previous podcasts that have happened here live on Twitch, or just recorded. Most of the time it's recorded. Also, if you are watching this on YouTube right now, please go ahead and check out the playlist of literally every single time we have done on this, or not even we. How many times I've done this? Because I've done this longer without having these guys here, and I'm surprised I'm still doing this. I don't even remember.
Yeah,
I don't even know
well,
how
this-
many
hey,
episodes we're
This
on.
podcast is still going strong and forever will be, I think.
We will stay forever. Okay, maybe not these
You
guys.
can't
but
get
still.
rid of us.
Okay, I
But
can't.
yes.
I don't know. Maybe these guys will probably leave me, but I'll still be here. I don't give a damn who leaves me.
No, darling. We're not going anywhere. You're stuck with us. We are forever going
hey,
to
What do you
cause
mean? No, you're
hell.
stuck with me.
That, that's something at least.
Yeah, but what further ado,
We
it
don't know what
was
the future
lovely.
can hold.
Lovely as always. Thanks again.
Yes.
Can you let me be happy for 5?
Anyways, we will see you guys all next week for another episode of the DegenerateCast. Until then, stay degenerate, everybody, and we will see you all then.
Bye bye.
See ya. Have a good one.
Yeah.